New rapper alert. Whoa, whack as fuck, of course. Hip-hop continues to die, diminishing while you watch her step up with or without you by your side. I'll turn the volume off of the whack frauds whom the radio would choose to feature. At the same exact time, I'll fire off silencers in their mouths to mutant speakers. He should pay me not to battle him, to avoid losing to my greatness by taking the high road to demonstrate an elevation. Whoa, if he would agree to battle me, I'd embarrass him and leave him alone. Whoa, but he'd decline in record time. Instead, I'll have to put a bullet in both eyeballs, to each his own. Whoa, I'll be a graffiti artist, foreshadowing the future. The writing's on the wall, I'm the protagonist. You'll see a toe tag on this protagonist. Whoa, researching this weak person seemed urgent, as what I had seen worded was that he's popular. Not concerned, there's no good lyrics discovered on this earth, not to mention the omniverse. Every rap career, I'll teach him that the end is near. You're afraid of the dark, so when I knock your lights out, my fist interferes with your inner fears. Whoa, he's telling me he wants to slice up my bladder with something sharp to disturb my essence. Whoa, I've never experienced pain between my legs, but just thinking about it now makes me understand your intentions. Whoa, my fans told me, make sure he's unarmed. I took the threat literally to the end. Cut them off altogether, like I wanted nothing to do with them. Whoa, more stab wounds to armpits and you'll see the blood increases. Rip the vocal cords off the larynx to make him fucking speechless. Whoa, so Mr. Victim, listen up, I'll give you a big clue. You know, some sort of hint? You can't speak and I took you off the map. Is there any more to it? My machine that can save you is missing the plug. That's also unfortunate. So your throat, this location, and the machine have the same thing in common. There's no coordinate. Whoa. Except my top spot. And listen, when I pass my words, you should cherish the code. Anyone else stepping in? I'll cut off oxygen to kill the king's replacements. No more heir to the throne. A loser sore as you affords a quick death for being a poor sportsman. Hand you a 1-inch paper saying I'm gonna kill you in 1 second. You die with such a short notice. Whoa, all you fighters need to take heed and don't step on my grind. When you steal my lyrics, y'all should recognize you recognize rhyme. Never touch my pen and pad. You would waste imagery. I could be a starving artist in the Hunger Games and taste victory. Don't tell on me for the 328 victims. Just pretend this face is in a set like Abe Lincoln. Whoa.
I don't got time to wait, I need to make this shot count. It's the final seconds. I get ticks talking around the clock. I need to make this shot count. It's the final seconds. If I don't make it now, before you know it, I'll blow it. I need to make this shot count. It's the final seconds. I'll be a senior citizen or an antique stopwatch. That's an old timer. It's the final seconds.
Don't even think about it, fucking with me will get you injured for sure. Malicious intentions is what I'm holding in store. I'm impolite when I fight, and don't play fair when it's a fight I'm rooted to lose, comparing its members within the board. If I had to fight with my own friend, it wouldn't be a civil war. Generally speaking, politicians are all slimy, gritty, dirty people that we have no choice but to follow. You stay positive preaching, you can give these dirty people these stuff to cleanse all folks. Your products won't get them clean, no matter how much you promise you're selling false soap. This is a bar fest, so don't vomit, just pay and throw up some green. I oppose your directions, better not look at me sideways. Bitch, if you say I'm going down, that's up to me. Duke it out, punch you so hard it has an echo. Put you in a hole in the grassy meadow. I'll tell you where you'll end up if you can't grasp it. Grasp it. I could turn anything bad into a positive. Pitching some advice will prove and I will win every fight. So you say I'm bad at sports? Get some balls to come at me and my battle strike. See, I am bad at sports, but I'm also a bad sport. I would say I don't like you as much as I could throw you, but for that you would need a passport for that sport. Who wants to jump out of the gate first? I'll take a sharp turn with a dull knife as I have an insurmountable, insane thirst to draw blood like a shotgun to your neck, like a beer can drinking game till your pigment changes and the wound's bigger than a broken piggy bank is, and I mix powder to make it a citrus tasting drink creation simulation. You no longer have absence of abscesses. A lot of you whack pieces of shit ruined hip-hop. I don't give a fuck if I am rude. I'll pay the consequences for telling the truth. Just put that on Adam's stab wound.
I don't got time to wait, I need to make this shot count. It's the final seconds. I get ticks talking around the clock. I need to make this shot count. It's the final seconds. If I don't make it now, before you know it, I'll blow it. I need to make this shot count. It's the final seconds. I'll be a senior citizen or an antique stopwatch. That's an old timer. It's the final seconds.
99% of of rappers past the year 2000, I can't wait till you're in a hole like I'm explaining what a urethra is. Sex ed rule number 1, don't be a dick or be convinced you can write rhymes that are even preconceived as a legitimate assembled sentiment, like the way I got in the bracket successfully, the way I meddled with it, settled businesses, or be outdated before I get old with it, different speeds and pivots, bitches weave and pedal different. Outside of hip-hop, I've been beat up before, eaten up for sure, but as a true champ I am, I worked hard and bounced back to even up the score. Yes, Adam took some falls, then Adam grows some balls, or grew some balls, grows either way. But you say that I'm bad? I already know my pen is evil, but here's what's next. I'm in progress of trying to make it good and study telekinesis, so for now, I can't make my pen righteous yet. I think it's safe to say that when you created these rhymes, your brain should have conveyed to us a vacancy sign because the horrible word choices you make don't take any pride, and they sure as fuck wouldn't hold any weight against mine. Time to enforce my wit till you're at your wits end with force from its stem. Abhorrent, important, imported shortages of vortigens for the whirlwind, of course it is when misfortune hits. The message from my most northern orifice is what to take note of from my discourse is this. Don't try and ride the tide aboard my ship, hang like an ornament from going up the ladder like a tournament.
I don't got time to wait, I need to make this shot count. It's the final seconds. I get ticks talking around the clock. I need to make this shot count. It's the final seconds. If I don't make it now, before you know it, I'll blow it. I need to make this shot count. It's the final seconds. I'll be a senior citizen or an antique stopwatch. That's an old timer. It's the final seconds.
A blind person frequently reading Braille is spoken word so often. My style of rap is considered spoken word so often. Can demons' words coming out of your mouth cause speaking while chewing candy mints words coming out of your mouth? I remember a bunch of car accidents according to my recollection. I'll prove that with photos according to my recollection. Parents' boy came out of the dark and the biggest star was seen. They saw the sunshine, then when the inventory coin count came to 10 cents and wasn't layered at all, it was one dime mentioned. As he got older and dumber, he'd age removing brain cells. Imagining performing a craniotomy, he'd daydream moving brain cells. Nothing grossed me out, I never discussed things. Never spoke a word with anyone else, I never discussed things. The largest land animal is in danger. Whose lives are in peril? Elephants. To save them, let's run a protective wall on each side, parallel a fence. Biggest bodies of water where you will see some boats move some ocean. In different directions as well, you will see some boats move some motions. Worked for 60 minutes when they asked me to be their savior. It benefited me and my team, so it was in our favor. These dirt spots require another garden. They need to be reseeded. You all stood up. Sit back down. You need to be reseeded. Looking for proof of the purchase? This transaction will need to be reseeded. If the land was no longer flooded, the water would need to be reseeded. Haven't sold alcohol in decades. Long time since I had a genuine draft. Haven't wrote a real preliminary piece of writing in decades. Long time since I had a genuine draft. Lived underground with no cold wind. Long time since I had a genuine draft. Years since people were forced to go to war. America itself would say long time since I had a genuine draft. I'm a professional and I go against what any other pro post. It's like the mentality of an abusive pimp. I tend to whoopos. If I see them wink, one eyelid really shut, get it? Wink, one eyelid really shut. Hit so hard you should have seen the punch coming when we watch your eyelid really shut. Good lawyer, it was an open case in court, now it's one eyelid really shut. Rudely writing, put down, insulting critics instantly. It's my statutory obligation to leave my rivals with a diminished dignity.